Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
Give me Colossians 2 and 8. Colossians 2 and 8, read that.
The book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
The Most High says, beware, watch out, so you don't get spoiled with philosophies and vain deceit. Right? But everything that the black man would like to follow today was made up not by God himself, but by his oppressors.
Teach.
When did God say we should vote? Is Christmas in the Bible?
Bring it out.
This is Halloween season. Where does it come from? Because it's not in the Bible.
Bring it out.
That's a vain deceit. If the Most High didn't bring it up, it is ungodly.
Bring it out.
If the Most High didn't say follow this custom, that means it's an ungodly custom. Read that again.
Right. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
So it is a vain deceit. This Halloween that's coming up is a vain deceit. Election season is vain deceit. We have been here for over 400 years, and we've been following these customs for over 400 years, but we're still here. Over 400 years. We're still here following the same vain deceit. Where does it come from? Read.
After the tradition of men.
After the tradition of men. Of what men? Your pastors, the white men, the presidents. Right? After the traditions of men, the Most High says, beware, don't follow these customs. We have to come out of these things. Now, hold Jeremiah. Give me 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. You can close Colossians. Yes. 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. So what do we have to do? Because like I said, Christmas, you never read about it in the Bible. Actually, you do in the Old Testament, way before Christ. And God says, don't do it.
Bring it out.
So what's the solutions? Read.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them.
What did God say?
Wherefore come out from among them.
You have to separate yourselves from these things, from these customs, because you are not American.
Yes,
We were brought here on slave ships. Since when did we become American? Who made us Americans? We are not Americans. We are the Israelites the Bible speaks of.
That's
We
right.
are God's chosen people.
That's right.
You black men, you are gods on earth.
That's
You just don't walk like it. That's why you die like men. You have to walk like the gods that you are. The Most High has expectations from you. He has laws for you to keep. Right? Read that again.
Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate.
Come out from all these customs and be separate. Come out from being joined with the so-called white men and join with your people.
That's right.
Come together with your people, because we always talk about coming together, but we don't even understand what that means. Can I be a Christian and the other person a Muslim and the other person a Hindu, whatever, and we try to come together? We cannot come together under different doctrines.
Right.
Because I want to do my Christian thing, you want to do your Muslim thing, and then you want to do your Democratic thing, the other want to do their Republican thing, and the others focus on sports. How can we come together?
Bring it
It's
out!
impossible.
Bring it out!
It is impossible. So what's the solution again? Read that from top.
Wherefore, come out from among them,
The Most High says, come out from all these different doctrines, all these different traditions that you follow. If you want to come together and gain your strength back, you have to come out of these different doctrines first. That's where it starts. Come out from among them and do what?
and be ye separate.
And be separate. You are not American, you are an Israelite.
That's right.
Be ye separate from them. Christmas was not set up for you to follow. The Most High does not want you to keep voting a white person over you.
Bring it
Because now we're
out.
all looking forward to the election season, as if there is a God in there looking out for you. There is nobody on that seat who has your best interest in their mind.
Bring it out.
They're not out there for you. Voting will never work. Voting will never work.
Make it plain.
Right? Read that again from top.
Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing.
He says, touch not the unclean thing. Now go back to Jeremiah from where we stopped. Touch not the unclean thing. Right? Read on.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. For I have wounded thee.
The Most High says what?
For I have wounded thee.
Because it's not a coincidence that a whole nation of people will go into slavery and remain there for over 400 years. This is not something that was just done out of a lost war or something. The Most High said He has wounded us. The Most High is the one who is afflicting us. The Most High is the one who raised up a nation over us. The same way our forefathers were in Egypt. There was nothing they could do to come out of Egypt on their own. We are in spiritual Egypt today. There is no power in our hands until we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Bring it out.
As Israelites.
That's right.
Read on.
That's right.
For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy.
He said He has wounded us with the wound of an enemy. Who is the Most High referring to as our enemy in the Bible? The so-called white man.
Paint the picture.
Make it
The
plain.
Most High said He has wounded us with the wound of an enemy. Meaning what? He appointed our enemies over us.
Bring it out.
Here in America, in Africa, in Saudi Arabia, in Syria. Right? That's why we're Christians and Muslims. Because what your oppressor is what you have to be.
Bring it
You
out.
have no other options. Right? We are not Christians. We are not Muslims. We are Israelites.
That's
We are
right.
not blacks. We are not Afro-Americans. We are better than that.
That's
You
right.
black men, you are gods on earth. You are the Israelite the Bible speaks of.
Read on. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity,
For what?
for the multitude of thine iniquity,
Read on.
because thy sins were increased,
Because of what?
because thy sins were increased.
So, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are in sin. That's why we're suffering. We are in sin, and the only solution out of this is to come out of our sins. The solution is not to march, or to vote, or to protest. The solution is, God forbid, is not to assimilate. He says because our sins are increased. Now, give me sin, hold that, give me sin. Because we have to understand what sin is. Because today is the last Sabbath day, but I know a lot of you are going to go to church tomorrow to try to listen to your pastor. But your pastors will show you these things. You have to understand what sin is, and that's what we have to come out of for us to be able to live in peace in this country. Right? Read.
The book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4.
The Most High says we are in this condition because our sins are increased. We keep getting shut down on the street because our sins are increased. We get the worst food, poison food, worst education because our sins are increased. We live in the ghettos because our sins are increased. Then what is sin? Read.
The book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
Sin is the transgression of the law. Sin is breaking God's laws. Today is what day? Today is Sabbath day. The Lord's Sabbath of rest. This is not our day to make money. This is not our day to hang out or go shopping. This is not our day to walk or to do whatever you want to do.
Bring it out.
This is the Lord's Sabbath day. Meaning what? On this day, there's no buying and selling.
Bring it out.
On this day, there's no walking. On this day, there's no cooking. On this day, you have to be with your Israelite brothers.
That's right.
On this day, you have to exalt one another, build up one another, and be ready for the following week. This is the Lord's Sabbath of rest. Right? Go back to Jeremiah. Read on.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 15. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity. Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee.
The Most High says He has done these things to us. The Most High put us on the bottom. We cannot come out of this situation. Police brutality will not stop. I don't care if you're a veteran. They'll attack you first because they believe you have a gun on you. Right? This will not stop. Why? Because the Most High put it on us. That's why we suffer. So we have to come out of this, out of our sins. Our sin meaning what? Like we've brought out multiple times already today. Today is the Lord's Sabbath day. Keep it holy. How do you keep it holy? Meaning keep it separate from the rest of your days. No buying, no selling, no walking, no cooking. Be with your brothers. Read the scriptures. Learn your history. And walk like it. Because you're a God on earth, you black men. And you have to fall in line for the women to fall behind you.
That's right.
That's right. Our sisters need us to get in line.
That's right.
Our sisters need us to get our minds right. Otherwise, the nation is still broken. Right? Now give me Deuteronomy 28:65. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
So as long as we're here in this country and we're not keeping these laws, the Most High says among these nations here in America, we will find no ease. We will never live in peace. There is nothing out here for us. Right? Read on.
Neither shalt the sole of thy foot have rest.
So we are going to be here working twice as hard every day just to barely make ends meet. And once you spend all your money, you have to go back to work. We will be here. We will be on the bottom holding this whole country up. Working our backs off until it breaks.
Bring it out.
No ease, no rest. Always stressed out. And once you stress out, what do you want to do? Go and smoke, get drunk, and kill yourself even more. Why? Because in this land, we will have no ease. Read on.
But the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart.
A trembling heart. The Most High says he will do what? He will give us a trembling heart. That's why every single time the police pulls over a black man, you know there's a good chance you're going to get shot. Whether you comply or not.
Because black man means property.
The black man is property here in America, that's right. But guess what? Do you know that the God of this Bible, the God of heaven and earth, is a black man?
No. Yeah.
No? Yes or no? Do you know or not? Because I can prove it to you.
Yeah, dark skin, but that does dark skin and black is two different things. That
Give
man
me
got on black.
Psalms,
He got on black.
yeah,
Y'all got on black right now. My skin is not black.
Because
I am not a black man.
I know, exactly. Because like you just said earlier, right?
Black
that,
means property.
Exactly. All right. To this. Read.
The book of Psalm, chapter 82 and verse 6. I have said, ye are gods.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
What does that mean?
That you are a portion of the Most High's divinity.
You are God's. You are God's representation here on earth.
You don't want to hear what I had to say.
I mean,
I started to say something halfway through the sentence. You didn't let me finish. Well,
go straight to your point. Go straight to your point.
I need to just listen to you, because if I start
Actually,
speaking,
you know what? We are here to teach.
That's right.
All right? We are here to teach. All right? You know, we study and we come out and we give you proof. Right? Our people have had solutions for over 400 years, but we're still here. Right? So we are not here to listen to any more of those solutions, because it won't do us any good.
for thousands, millions.
Exactly. So it won't do us any good. So we are here to bring out the truth, and you know, and it's in your best interest and the rest of our people to listen and do what we're bringing out of the Bible.
That's right.
Right? So read that again.
The book of Psalm chapter 82 verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
So we are God's, black men, we are God's, and we are God's children. But read on.
But ye shall die like men.
But what?
But ye shall die like men.
When God's words are coming out on the streets, but you don't want to listen, what's going to happen to you?
But ye shall die like men.
Ye shall die like men. When the prophets are out here bringing out the truth, but you want to run, what's going to happen to you?
But ye shall die like men.
You will die like men.
That's right.
That's what the Most High says. Because you don't want to listen and keep his laws. Right? Now give me Joshua 1 and 8. Let us close it up on that. Joshua 1 and 8.
The book of Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
So like I've been bringing out, our only hope as Israelites, because like I said, you're not blacks, you're not African Americans. We are here to bring out the solutions for you so-called black men, because the solution is not marching and voting.
That's right.
Election season is coming up, and you're all looking forward to voting for either Trump or Biden. Right? The Most High says, meditate in these laws. That's where your success will come from. That's where your peace will come from. All right? And come together as Israelites.
That's right.
And not Christians and Republicans and Democrats. None of those were made to profit you.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.